What is good, YouTube? Chris's Kicks here, back with another sneaker review, and today I have a Nike ID that is not really a Nike ID. What am I talking about? We'll get into that in a second. Alright, so what these really are is the Nike Air Max 1 or Air Max 87 What the Pendleton Premium. Alright, so let's get into the shoes. So first off the box, standard Nike ID blacked out box. Even has Nike ID paper. And let's get into these shoes. So, for those of you that are not too familiar, Pendleton, I think that's how you say it, is a wool manufacturing company based in Oregon, which is obviously where Nike is based out of. So they've done a few collaborations with Nike before, and this is the What the series. If you don't know what the series is from Nike, it's whenever there's been a series of shoes that have, so there's obviously been a series of shoes that have had the Pendleton wool. They do a mashup of, like, it's an odd shoe. So I'll give you a quick run around of these shoes. If you look at the toe boxes, they're completely different wool patterns on both. Obviously this one around this lace area is more red, this one's more green. You've got a more purpley darky patch, a red patch here. This one on the outside is like red, whereas this one is green. Like, they're completely mismatched. The only thing that's similar is around the lower portion of the shoe. It's not the same pattern, but it's a dark grey around the lower portion of the shoe. Even the lace, the tongues, this one has a red Air Max logo, this one's a black one. So what the is like a complete mashup, mix up. So like when you see the shoes, you're supposed to have that what the sort of hell reaction when you see them. There's been like what the LeBrons, there's been a whole series of what the shoes, and these are the what the Pendleton Air Max 1s. They released 3 what the shoes with the Pendletons. It was the Air Max 1 or Air Max 87, the Air Force 1 low, and was it Air Force 1 low or Air Force 1 mid? I think it might have been the Air Force 1 mid, and I think it was an Air Max 90. But the Air Max 1, which is what these are, were the most popular and sold out pretty quick. In fact, I didn't get these from Nike. I got them from a reseller for retail. Yeah, I got them from a reseller for retail, because I think resellers bought up these shoes thinking there was going to be a massive hype on them. Like, the reseller was trying to tell me £250. The retail price for these was £125 or £135 was the retail price for the Nike ID. And resellers were trying to sell them for like £250, £300, because apparently there's only 500 of these shoes made. I'm guessing that's 500 each size, because if there's only 500 total, they would be a numbered release and it would be a super special release. So in terms of a Nike ID, I believe there's only 500 per size. So there's still a couple thousand of these shoes, but there's only 500 per size. Anyway, I picked them up for retail because, yeah, the resellers weren't able to shift them. So I offered them the retail price, so at least they got their money back. And yeah, I picked these up for retail from a reseller. Now again, let's get into the Nike ID part. These were listed up as a Nike ID. All 3 versions, the Air Max 1, the Air Force 1, and I believe the Air Max 90 was the other one. They were all listed up on Nike ID, and it took dispatch time, is said as well on the listing, on the Nike page, sorry, like it had 2 weeks to deliver, which is a Nike ID timescale. So they had them completely set up as a Nike ID shoe, but they were not a Nike ID shoe, because when you clicked on the shoe, normally when you click on a Nike ID, like, it brings up the personalization where you can click on like this panel here, change it, this panel here, change it, put a text at the back or put a text behind the top. Like, there's options you can change the midsole out. These had no options. Literally, you clicked on the Nike ID and all it had was select your size and that's it, buy. You could not change a single thing about the shoe. So they're not really a Nike ID. I don't understand why they just didn't release them as a What the Pendleton normal release. They released them as a What the Pendleton Nike ID, but you couldn't customize them. I don't know if Nike has done that in the past. If you know if they've done that before, then obviously let me know in the comments section. But that was a first for me, like a Nike ID that you can't actually customize. Let's get into a a roundup of the shoe. So obviously you've got this Pendleton, different patterns of wool. You do have the Pendleton logo on the heel of the lateral side on the left foot, and obviously on the right foot also the Pendleton tab. So we'll go first with the left shoe. I'll show you around both of them because obviously they are odd or mismatched. White, I think it's the sail colour they use. It's like a slightly off white or a creamy white. Sail coloured midsole, sail coloured air unit, clear crystal or clear icy, whatever you want to call it, translucent outsole, standard Air Max outsole. You've got this nice premium leather Nike Swoosh, and it is a really soft Nike, like a tumbled leather on a Nike Swoosh. So patterning wise, you've got this black and white pattern here. You've got an orangey red one here. You've got a more greenish one there. Another little pattern here. Coming around to the toe box, it's like a purpley green part. The tongue, you've got that on the left foot. You've got a black Nike Air Max leather tumbled tab. On the medial side of the shoe, I don't think it's the same. Yeah, the medial and lateral sides of both shoes are the same, but the left and right foot is different. Again, that Nike Swoosh tumbled leather. Heel part of the shoe, it's very hard to see, but you do have Nike Air embroidered in black on the heel part here. Inside of the shoe comes with that NikeID insole. So again, these are definitely a NikeID, but there was no customization option at all. You had to have them as sold. Obviously, you would normally have the sizing tag on the back of the tongue. For this one, it is on the inside of the shoe, on the medial inner side, and not on the back of the tongue. So again, NikeID on the size tag. We'll get into the right shoe. So on the right shoe, again, you've got that black lower part. It's a different pattern. Like this one is more triangles, whereas this one is more squares. I don't know if it's going to show both of them. How's the best way to do it? So you can see the black pattern is the only sort of similar part of both shoes, but the black and grey pattern is different. So on this shoe, the right foot, you've got more of a green colour on the medial side, the lateral side, sorry. A more red and orangey toe box, green again on the medial side, black around the heel counter, green again, Nike Air, red lining. Even the inner part is slightly different. It's really weird. You have to see these shoes side by side to really see the differences. But yeah, I'm going to zoom out. Try and get both shoes together there. Nah, it's not going to work. So I'll show that one. Show that one. Completely different. Front view of the shoes. They do come with like a premium waxed lace, which is again another nice touch. They were a premium listing on the NikeID, so they are a premium made shoe. But it's just the whole NikeID thing, the way you can't customize it. It's so weird. Nice little Pendleton tab there. Alright, I'm going to wrap up the review because there's not much I can really say. I would say though, one disappointment that if I would have been able to customize it, I would have changed, would have been the midsole and the outsole. I don't know about this the white midsole is a bit too white. I think if you're going to go for the whole the vibe, the soles should have been different. Like this one they both have a clear icy sole. This shoe has got more red on it, and this shoe's got more green on it. I think this one should have had a red translucent sole, and this one should have had a green translucent sole. So it's that kind of opposite to each other. I think that would have been a better option. And the midsole white. I don't know what colour they could have gone with, but I don't know. I don't think again they could have gone for a green midsole on this one and a red one on that one, or just done something like the midsole and the outsole on them is just the same. So it's kind of defeats the part on that side, for me anyway. But yeah, that's going to wrap up the review. Let me know your thoughts on these. I've never picked up a pair of Pendleton Nike shoes before. It's like a wool material. It's very thick. It's very nice material. I'm very happy with it. It's a bit of a weird pattern. I don't know exactly. It reminds me of like a westerns, like a sort of Mexican-y western sort of ponchos, that sort of pattern. But yeah, it's a weird pattern, very good materials, obviously being a quality premium release. But going back to the Nike ID thing, if you're aware that Nike have ever done a non-customizable ID before, let me know in the comments, because that was a weird thing to me. Did you pick up these shoes? Have you picked up any of the What The series, even if it's not the Pendletons? So what's your opinions on the What The series? Let me know in the comments section below. If you want to follow me on social media, Twitter and Instagram, it is Chris_S_Ramos, but there will be clickable links in the description if you can't bother to type that in. And I hope you enjoyed the review. If you want to subscribe to my channel for some more sneaker reviews, like, share this video if you would, I'd appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed the review. Peace.